This is the logo from Disney Plus show Loki, and this is what I created from cardboard. I began with drawing the logo onto a hard cardboard sheet of 3 mm thickness. Drawing the O was the most difficult part, and straight away I knew this was going to be the most difficult letter to create. I mostly hand drew the shapes and tried to keep each letter within 10 by 10 cm square. And the drawing is complete. I used a pen knife as well as scissors to cut the cardboard. The best way to do this was to separate each alphabet first and then cut them one by one. Again, cutting the O alphabet was the most difficult part. The design of each alphabet from the logo represents a time period, or perhaps a metal from that particular time period. The letter L looks like a concrete wall. O is definitely a golden bronze shade. K looks a bit more like metal sheet, and the alphabet I represents emerald. Here is the result. It has the shape. Now let's add some thickness to it. For this I used air dry clay. It was a lot of fun to work with this clay. It was super easy to use and it stuck with the cardboard very easily. I used almost 4 to 5 mm thick layer of clay. I started with the easy alphabets first and then moved on to the difficult one. Pressing against flat surface gave a nice shape to the clay. Next I used some modeling paste to provide the letters some more thickness. I will be sanding them later and this paste will provide me that additional surface to work with. I simply added 2 to 3 mm thick layer and kept spreading it evenly. It looks rough for now, but don't worry, we are going to smoothen it in the next step. Once it dried overnight, I used a mini Dremel for grinding the rough surfaces and making the bevel edges. Then I used a nail buffer for smoothing the surfaces. Alternately, a 1200 grit sandpaper can be used, which I did try, but the buffer was more easy to hold and use, so I went with it. Next was painting each of them. I used acrylic colors for this. The base for L is a dark grey color. Once it dried, I added some detailing using some dark color and a spongy cloth. You can use sponge for this effect. I kept on matching the pattern effect with the original logo image on my laptop. Next was the letter O, and painting it was the easiest part as I used a golden spray paint. After drying, I used the same method from before to add more detailing to it. Now it looks more like the logo. Next, the letter K, and for it I used light grey acrylic shade as the base coat. Then I added some more lighter shades for border and a bit darker shades for the detailing part. For the letter I used acrylic green color as base, and as it had a bit glossy crystal look, I used neon green color for that effect. After drying, it gave a matte color effect, but I wanted it to be a bit more glossy. So I took them on my terrace and coated them with a clear glossy spray. One layer was more than enough. So now it looks bright and shiny. Time to add magnetic sheet to this. I had an old magnetic sheet which I used for this DIY. I simply cut the pieces as per the size and used quick drying glue to stick them. Since I saw the trailer of Loki, I wanted to create this logo as it looked so interesting. But I had no idea how to display it. Adding the magnets just made it easier to display. And finally, this is the result. Hope you guys liked this DIY. If yes, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Now I can place it on my cupboard or fridge and it will stay there forever. Or not.